Mack. I'm a trainer here with Mayet Fitness. Today we're gonna go over 3 different moves you can do lying down. Yes! Workout moves that you can do lying down. But don't get me wrong, they're still gonna be hard. And Menina's gonna be my lovely assistant here. She's gonna show us just how great and difficult they can be. Menina, go ahead and lay down. This first move is gonna be for my favorite part of the body. It's probably your favorite part of the body too. It's your glutes, the big, sexy things behind you. We're gonna make sure they are nice and strong and stable. And we're gonna do that on a nice, stable surface, the ground. So we started laying down. Menina's head is at the top of the mat, feet at the bottom. Menina, bring your feet a little bit closer to your butt. Good, perfect. Not quite 90 degrees, we have this lovely triangle up and down. From here, I'm gonna ask Menina to go ahead and bring her hips towards the ceiling. Go ahead and squeeze up, 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 up. Good, and right back down. That's how it should look, but the important thing is that we initiate and activate the muscles properly. We can look like this all day, but there's no point in doing it unless we're actually activating properly. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cue Menina to try to squeeze her butt as hard as humanly possible. I'm gonna say if there was a grape in between those butt cheeks, by the time she reached the top, it would pop. So that's your mission. Try to pop the grape at the top of the motion. So go ahead and bring your hips up. Squeeze your butt as much as you can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. So you can go even higher, higher, higher. Good. And release back down. From here, we'll do 5 repetitions. 1 down, 4 to go. Right back up. Boom. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. And right back down. Menina's putting some of her energy into the heels so she can continue to bring her hips higher and higher towards the ceiling. Higher, higher, higher. Boom. 2 more from here. Now this lovely woman is not breathing, so let's encourage her to open her mouth and breathe just a little bit. We want to be able to get oxygen to our muscles and work as hard as we can. Boom, and 1 last time. Each repetition, your goal is to continue to squeeze, 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 hold, good, and right back down. Try to get those hips as high as you can each time. Give yourself the opportunity to be able to use every repetition to make the most out of your movement, okay? And right back down. We can progress this very simply and very quickly. We can do this by bringing the feet together. Good, and go ahead and raise up, 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 up. Amina, does that feel slightly different than the other one?
My butt is tighter.
Her butt is tighter. Good, so this is a slight progression, meaning it might be slightly more difficult. Give me 2 more of these. And right back up. We can access other muscles by go ahead and spread your feet out on either side of the mat, toes pointing out, so you're, yep, beautiful. And go ahead and do a glute bridge from here. Good, so you can get even higher. You have more access through your spine here. Good, and right back down. And right back up. Boom, and right back down. Simple adjustments to continue to access all of our big, sexy glutes. Go ahead and bring your feet back to the neutral position. Go ahead and raise 1 leg up. Good, beautiful. Flex this foot here, and my hand's gonna be here. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is not to touch my hand. Do the hip raises from here. Good, and come right back down. Here we're concentrated on Menina's right glute and stabilizing all through the motion. Good, and right back up. Boom. And right back up. Boom. Good, and switch, so we're nice and even down. Again, don't touch my hand, penalty of death and or 100 push-ups.
No.
Same thing. Good, and right back up. Boom, and right back up. Good, all the way down. Our next position is gonna be a side plank. What's so beautiful about the side plank is it accesses all of our stabilizer muscles through our hips into our obliques. So we get that sexy, sexy 6-pack, but more importantly, we make ourselves strong throughout. So things like doing laundry, lifting our kids, getting in bar fights, all are so much easier because we're stronger in our center, in our core, okay? So what we wanna do, Menina, is we wanna flip on our side, and you'll go ahead and stabilize yourself on your right elbow. We could do this 2 ways. We could do this on our elbow, or we could do this on our wrist. We'll do it on the elbow because some people have some issues throughout the wrist, and we're just as stable and just as strong and just as difficult to be on our elbow. So go ahead and come up on the elbow. Good, what we want to do is picture ourselves between like a petri dish. Like if you're completely flat here, and you're gonna rotate just slightly so you're nice and strong. Good, and already shooting up here for about 10 seconds, so let's count it down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. Good, and if you could be so kind, pop right back up. And Manita, I want you to get the sensation that you're being pushed right up through here. Do you feel that? Yes. See if you can come even higher. And now I want you to tap your hip right back down. Tap it all the way down to the ground and bring it right back up. Awesome. This way we can kind of combine the isometric contraction with doing a repetition where we, instead of isometrically contract, meaning stable, we're just holding ourselves nice and stable, we can continue to conceptually contract by making the muscle work. So come down and come right back up. Boom. And that muscle is squeezing in. Come right down and right back up. Boom. And we're trying to keep our pretty face right now, but this is hard. Come down, come right back up. Last one. Good, and all the way down. And a quick review of what we just did with Manita. The hold here through 2 plate glass windows, hips in line, the touch down so we can get a nice concentric contraction through our side, and then we can progress this in other ways. We can go ahead and raise the top foot. Again, taking some of the pressure away from our feet allows us to add pressure into our hips, making this even more difficult. We can also progress this by coming up on our side. Again, just another type of activation that might be difficult for you. And continue this twist, a little bit more rotation, making it slightly more difficult. So that completes our side plank position. Onto our next is the forward plank, or the normal plank. Go ahead and get in position on your forearm just like we did the last plank. Good, beautiful. And here, I want you to go ahead and raise your hips a little higher than you think. Awesome, the thing that Manita's doing so well is keeping her hips in line. Oftentimes we favor one hip over the other, and we kind of look like skewed up from top. So it's nice to have somebody able to look down and say where your weaknesses are. Manita's looking nice and strong here. Go ahead and bring your knees down. Good, when she comes back in position, what she's going to do is think about her abdominals. And what we're gonna do here is a little bit of a suck-in. I call it the supermodel suck-in. And it's the position when you're like, someone's looking at you from across the bar and you just sort of suck in that little tiny thing. That's the position. So you can keep breathing, but your lower abdominals are doing the work. And the cool thing here, go ahead and come up. The cool thing here is that the weight is actually your organs. So your organs and gravity are pushing down, but your sexy transverse and your rectus abdominis, those muscles in your stomach, they're keeping them in. So in this position, they're doing a lot of work, and we see this little shake going on. It means we're working really hard. Go ahead and come back down. Oftentimes we'll hold this for a number of repetitions, like 10-second count, 20-second count, 30-second count, up to about 2 minutes. We can also add different types of movements here to make it a little bit harder. Go ahead and come back up. Walk your feet out on either side of the mat. Beautiful. From here, Manita, tap your knees to the ground and come right back up. Good, that's 1. Come down and right back up. 2, just a little tap. Good, keep those hips down. 3, you have 4 more. 4, good. 3, rushing through. 2, 1 more. 1, good. So the last set of repetitions was difficult for Manita. She started to have that shake there, which is good. It means that she's putting a lot of work in. If you do 10 repetitions and it's like easy breezy, nothing for you, then do more, okay? So the goal is to keep raising that bar. If 10 is difficult for you one week, try 15 the next week and 20 the next week until you can do like 100. Let's go ahead and switch here. I'll show you a couple more progressions. We can go ahead and lift our legs to decrease stability, making it more difficult for our abdominals to stabilize. I can do it this way, repetitions on one leg. I also like this because it engages through your glute. I can make it even more difficult by taking out 2 different positions of stability. I can make it even more difficult by adding rotation and accessing my obliques in addition to my rectus and transverse abdominis. And I can also do alternating knee taps. So that completes our 3 position workout all laying down on the floor, and it wasn't quite as easy as we maybe might have hoped or thought, but it's a good workout and it's pretty simple and easy to do at home. My name is Mack, and I'm a trainer here at Mayet Fitness. This is just a taste of what we do. If you want to find out more, check us out at mayetfitness.com or follow us on Twitter or find us on Facebook. Have a great day.